What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Royal Blood. Yes, indeed. Royal Blood fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Origin of Symmetry 2506. And Origin of Symmetry 2506 wanted to see me react to this song by Royal Blood called Little Monster. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Anthony Alamov. Sure, we'll go with that. And the video has 381,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Royal Blood, Little Monster, Glastonbury 2017. Cool. I love his setup. I think his setup is just so well thought out. I love it. This is a band, and I've made this comment in the past. Look, there's nothing wrong with having me react to studio recordings of these guys. I mean, it's perfectly fine. But when it comes to this band, I honestly prefer live performances. I think their live performances is where their strength lies. So whenever we can get a live performance of these guys, definitely go with that one without question. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Crowd knows it. I like that chordal progression. That chordal progression's catchy. The minor 6 to the 4, down to the minor 3, back up to the 4 to the root. Da 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 da. I think that's, man, that is catchy as heck. That is nice. That is really nice. I'm digging that. I'm digging the whole tune, honestly. I mean, there's nothing about this I'm not enjoying. It sounds good, very pleasing to the ear, smooth chordal progression, great transitions, transitioning out of the verse into the chorus. Musicianship across the board sounds really good. I like what I'm hearing. The live show, it's okay. Like I'm not thrilled with it, but it's covering most of the bases, which I'm happy to see. So hopefully we can get all the check boxes checked before the end of this performance. Time will tell on that. But for the most part, I'm really happy with what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. So let's get back into this. Let's see where we go from here. Man, his toggling has got to be spot on. Oh, we're gonna get a little drum solo. All right. And the bass is just kind of standing bit. They're all just chill. Are you not entertained? Yeah. That was fun. That was fun. That was a good time. Very enjoyable to listen to and equally enjoyable to watch. So Now, how's that going to translate to a score? I don't know. I have to think about it. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Royal Blood with a live performance of Little Monster. This was a request from Origin of Symmetry 2506. Okay, I got a score, and the score makes perfect sense to me. I know it may not be as high as, you know, some of the other songs I've heard from Royal Blood, but it's no slouch. It's not. We're not down in the negatives, I'll tell you that right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.7. What does that mean? Well, a 7.7 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. That's B as in boy.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. No, it's not. Wait. 7.7 is, hold on. I need to fix that. There we go. It's actually a B plus. My bad. My apologies. Yeah, B is in boy, B plus. B plus letter grade. My bad. So there you go. 7.7, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B plus. Yeah, B plus letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Ha ha! So glad you asked. The song felt good. It had a nice groove to it. I love that chordal progression in the chorus, very catchy. The minor 6 down to the 4, skipping the 5th completely. 6 to the minor 6 to the 4 to the minor 3 back up to the 4 to the root. I like it. I like that a lot. And then coming out of it, you know, going from the 3 up to the 5 and using the 5 as the turnaround point to go back into the main riff again. Very smart. Very, very smart. Though the song just felt good all the way across the board. Between the groove, the main riff, the chorus, that catchy chorus, the vocal delivery. I mean, everything across the board, it was really good. Everything across the board, pleasing to the ear, easy to listen to, easy to groove to. So I have no problem with it whatsoever. Now, am I going to stand here and say I'm blown away by it? Or that I am impressed by it? No, I'm not blown away by it. I've seen these guys a few times live now, and for me to say that I'd be blown away by anything they do live at this point, I mean, it can be done, but you know, this particular performance, comparatively to some of the other live performances I've seen from them, still really good without question, but nothing mind-blowing. So no, that's why I would honestly give the song on its own, I would give it about a 7.4. That sounds about right. But I'm giving this a 7.7. What happened there? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm gonna say. So say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score, or it can hurt your score. In this case, it helped. It didn't help a ton, but it helped enough to make a difference. So, yeah, a 0.3 difference to be exact. So let's go down the checklist and let's see what boxes they did check and what boxes they didn't check, and then you'll see how I came up with a 0.3 increase. So, stage presence, check. Yeah, they look like performers. They act like performers. I got no issue with anything they do on stage and how they look. So, yeah, no problems there. Stage energy, check. Yeah, a lot of stage energy. Coming mostly, now, and granted, the drummer's kind of a slave to his instrument. He can't really move around a whole lot back there. So it's mostly the bassist / vocalist covering all the stage energy, but he was moving around quite a bit. And he was definitely creating that kinetic energy. And so was the drummer, as much as he possibly could, within his ability, within the scope of what he was playing. So Yeah, no problems there whatsoever. Stage interaction. Yep, there was a few times where they actually interacted with each other. Even if it's just looking at each other and feeding off of each other, you can feel it. You can see it. There's that connection. There's that camaraderie, and you want that. You want to be able to exude that when you're playing on stage. There is nothing more uncomfortable than watching a band play on stage who clearly do not get along. They don't even try to pretend like they're friends. They make it very clear through their actions and through their looks and through their interactions, they don't like each other. There is nothing more uncomfortable in the world than that. That is just a nightmare of an experience. And I've been on both ends of that spectrum as an audience member and as a band member. And it is, folks, both ways, it is not fun. Let's see. So that's stage interaction covered. Crowd interaction. Yes, believe it or not, I did see crowd interaction. It was subtle. And it's hard when you're, constantly on a mic and constantly playing. And let's be honest, his feet alone are constantly working with that pedal board. The way that he has his bass split, and he has to, mute the bass part while he's doing the guitar solos. And then, kick the bass in for 2 notes, turn the bass off again while he's, using the guitar patches. Yeah, he's a, I hate to say it, but to some extent, he's sort of a slave to his pedal board because he's constantly using it. But whenever he did have a chance to get away from it, he did. He moved away over to the crowd, looked into the crowd, pointed to the crowd, did whatever he could to interact with the crowd. And credit to the drummer as well. He did the same thing, especially during his drum solo. He was really interacting with the crowd when he would pause. He takes, the final big hit, boom, and then he would stand up and point to the crowd. Or he did one point. I think it was at one point. I think he was pointing off to the side. I think he was pointing right at Lars. Good, point at him. Yeah, what do you think of that? I don't think I didn't see him back there. Of course, you can't help but see him. Can't help but notice it's him. No, it was very well done on the crowd interaction part, so I got no problems with it. So that gets the check. Showmanship, yep, they put on a good visual show without question. So that gets a check as well. Production, nah. I'm okay. Well, no, hold on. The lighting was designed. It was designed with all the backsplash lighting. Yeah, okay, fine. Production gets a check too. So this is how I'm coming up with a boosted score from a 7.4 all the way up to a 7.7. The live show absolutely helped. So yeah, 7.7. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.7, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.